Scholten who would apply the pressure, but well, Askew, how wrong can we get? It's been Dave Askew here that's stitched together two impressive sets. He now leads 3-2, and he has the darts here, top of the 6.
He's won the last 6, the last 7 legs. Impressive. He's picked his game up, remained solid in the averages.
81.
They've both just dipped a point or two, Chris, haven't they? 90, just right 90 now, as you can see, just 90.19 for Scholten, who trails, and 89, and the difference is just that 6% in finishing, and Askew will be happy if he can maintain a 50%.
Well, they both made a few fundamental errors. There's no error in that. Just on the finishing, really. Then their use of the ball or the treble, they both had their chances, and yeah, it's Dave that's taken them.
60.
And he's halfway there to the finishing line. A lot of darts left in this one, though.
Oh,
Dave.
yes, could go right
all
down
the way.
the whole way. It depends. Scholten is a curious performer. He does seem to have little lapses, but nothing seems to faze him at all. His attitude looks the same, whether he's playing brilliantly or indifferently.
100. Dave, you require 141.
Well, 106 is now his shot.
95.
And that again applies pressure to Scholten on 80. Ooh, 25 should be perhaps his next one. He went 25. It's a long way away.
Well, this is where he's seen the errors.
You require 46.
These are the moments, Chris, we said, that can make or break. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the shots he has gone out on, he's gone out on a 1-3-2 or 1-2-1. He just doesn't seem to do anything from 80 down.
Game on.
Well, Scholten had a maximum there. Start of the leg, still contrived to lose it.
I think he knows that Dave's checkout success rate, it says, oh, at 52%, so he knows he's
Yeah, give him a glimpse and he's
going to take it out, and that's pressure.
59.
Not quite yet.
60.
Well, Askew, who was arguably the unexpected sensation of last year's World Championships when he went to the semi-finals and ran into the redoubtable task of trying to outplay Phil Taylor.
Phil Taylor lost the set in the semi-final or the final, did he? That particular year. Back into the leg. He didn't start it, so I don't think he'd be too worried. As long as he holds his own throws, that secures the set.
And that would mean daylight, a 2-set cushion.
Well, a bit of breathing space. I think that's what we all look for when we're up there. We just look for an opportunity just to take a deep breath, relax, and play our own game, which is what our man Mr. Taylor seems to be able to do every month.
There's
week in, week out.
Donna, Dave Askew's lady wife.
Well,
he's throwing a lot of loose darts there, Dave.
42.
Now then.
Go.
Yeah, well, no, 82 he requires. Two different ways of going here. Went for the ball to leave double 16, 17.
102.
But yeah, we've seen again from Roland, Dave, fundamental error. You know what I mean? 148 he wanted, and he goes and it's 44. That's so unlike him.
He wants the ball now. He should stay on 18 for double 16.
No problem with the 10 plus finishes, Dave. He can knock them out all day long. Anything around 80 he seems to be struggling with.
Dave to throw first. Game on.
sometimes wonder, Chris, as a player, when this doubling, if you're in your rhythm, we just hold a minute to see if we get a maximum here.
140.
Sometimes you get the feeling you're more comfortable with the third dart at the end of a sequence and stepping up and having the first dart straight at a double.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, it's always nice to have 3 in your hand, but the finishes either go or they don't.
60.
I don't know. We'll never analyse this game correctly, I don't think.
58.
Russ Bray, the referee, stood statuesque, barking out the scores.
Yeah, good friend of mine. Do a few exhibitions with him. He's a lot of fun. Making a name for himself now. He's regarded as one of the best referees in the world now. At the best tournament in the world, with the best players.
123.
The Satchmo of shouting score lines. Plays a good game of golf for us, Bray, too, Chris.
Yes, I went out Boxing Day with him at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was mad enough. It was -5.
Did you go to bed the night before?
Yes, I did. But I didn't take my fingers out of my pockets once. It was freezing.
Well, anyway, good. 140 here. Needs to go high.
160.
Well, he needs a big score. 140. And Scholten's beginning to realise that the pressure is truly on. Double 10 for Askew. That maximum might come to nothing. Oh, no, don't know. Don't need this start. Here's how Askew took it out. Double 5, not a popular double.
Throw first. Game on.
Scholten really does need this leg now. 2-1 down and 3-2 down. Can't afford to let this game slip much further, Christopher.
No, he's just pushing a bit now, Roland. I think, you know, he hit a 180 in that leg, and he still didn't win it. And you know, it's a funny old game anyway. But when your mind starts to play tricks with you, and you start to think about, well, what am I doing wrong? I'm hitting 180s and I'm still losing. You know, it can all add up.
Well, looks like another one here.
That's a great 180.
Well, the last 2 legs he's hit one, he still managed to lose the leg. What's the first and the third leg in this game, this set?
60.
Well, that lovely old saying, scores for show, doubles for dough, I think. That's what Bobby says.
$99.
It's a lovely Christmas hat. And a Merry Christmas to my mum and dad. I've actually been trying to get hold of them, and I don't know why, but technology in the world today, and I still can't get hold of them on a telephone. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year if you're watching. Which I'm sure they are. They love the darts.
122. Might stay there.
Will he go for it?
Well, it doesn't need to, does he, Chris?
No. Too much of a gamble.
90.
Good thinking. But this is his dart, so Dave's going to get the darts. I presume that Roland will wrap this one up. And then it'll be Dave's darts in the 5th and deciding leg of the set.
And critical darts they will be too. But still, work for Scholten to do, which he does professionally.
The Orange Army from the Danish Invader.
5th leg is Dave to throw first.
It's a great shot.
Game on.
And again, this is a critical leg for both players.
Love to hit a 1040.
100.
That'd be good enough for him. I think if it was that or a 60, he'd obviously take the 10. He knows it. You see the look on his face.
Yes, he's hauling himself up by the bootlaces, Scholten. He allowed himself to dip for a couple of sets, but we're really firing now.
140.
Great game of darts, Dave.
Yes, we've had some smashing games this week, and there's still more to come. I honestly think it's the format, Chris. This 11 sets, it gives a player time to find his range. You can afford to have a little bit of a decline and still come back. It's a classic format.
absolutely spot on. Couldn't have put it better myself, Dave. It's what we all want. We all want to get up there and play over a distance just to give ourselves a chance, and obviously it gives us more of a chance to go for the 9, which is on everybody's lips this week.
And Scholten needs 140 here just to stay on his coattails.
85.
Well, Dave's now got a deep breath. I think I got 6 darts to do 161.
Treble 17. No, will he go for it? He knows Scholten can't finish.
He may stay up there.
You can almost hear his mind ticking.
Oh.
85.
Certainly didn't want that 5 anyway.
No, it's always frustrating when you do that, because you think to yourself after throwing it, oh well, should I just have gone down for the treble 17 and had a go at the ball.
85.
Well, no pressure on this.
Requires 76.
16 would leave tops for the set. And that's again a lovely finish under pressure. Donna, his wife, is on her feet. It's now 2 sets the difference between these 2 players. And Askew, double top, is in topping form.
Game on.
Well, this is where we're going to have to ask Roland the question. He must win this set. If he doesn't, I don't think he'll come back from 5-2. This should give Dave now a little bit of breathing space and hopefully relax and play his own natural game, which we're not seeing up there. I mean, it's a lovely game of darts, and they've had some great finishes and some big shots, but neither of them are playing at their what I'd call sort of natural level.
A test of Dutch courage. 2 down. And as you say, Chris, it's a beautifully even match game. The averages show that. 91 for Scholten, 90 for Askew, 47% checkout rate, 51 for Askew, and they're both releasing darts in almost identical time, 9 seconds.
Roland's actually started to slow down a little bit. It's only a fraction, but you know, it's a noticeable fraction for our stats people.
Oh, he's looking mean. That really was a superb change of direction to leave double 18.
Well, he's showing signs of a comeback.
As indeed was necessary for his cause.
For a 13 dart leg. This for 14. That's a nice leg. It's good for his confidence. You start finishing legs between 12 and 15. You can build on that now.
Yes, and your rival nowhere in sight. I know. It's his 3rd of the match. Another one will get us a bit twitchy. Would be an interesting thought. If Dave Askew were to manage a 9 dart finish, I would just love to see the reaction of his wife Donna, who's animated. Everybody's not playing well.
Well, it's a life-changing thing. I think that's what not only to be the first person to do it on Sky. It was, you know, obviously the money in it. That 100,000 is probably only a drop in the ocean of what you'd actually make if you were the first person to do it on Sky. And we all want to do it.
Who will be first? Watch this space. Don't go away. We're here till Saturday night, and you have a chance of sharing a moment in darting history.
Theatre.
44.
Shanghai on 20s. Oh, 90, 115.
44.
And once again, he's left the door open. could do with a treble. Oh
41.
dear. Oh dear.
Though you require
Askew
76.
can't wait to get on with the action again. 16 remaining.
60.
Well, Scholten can't finish the 159.
No,
so
it's an awkward shot. This, you're right. It's a bogey. Terrible last start in his last three. It's got to come out now.
127. Though you require 16.
3 darts.
No score.
Well, now all kinds of possibilities open up for the Dutchman there. That really was a careless start from Askew. Moves across to go 2-0 up. Ooh, deflected the wrong way.
No score.
well, as Sid was saying, that was on the wire.
16.
Ooh, got away with that one, Dave.
Yes.
Ooh.
Third leg is Roland to throw first. Game on.
And Roland Scholten there, should he have hit that double, would have felt like Hercules Unchained, all the pressure off and the throw here, instead of which he's got work, hard work, graft to do.
Well, the fight back would have been on. Basically what Dave did early in the match, he would have started to string a few legs together, which is what he wants to try and do. And we're moving closer and closer to that 6 sets that he needs to win.
Yes, and Askew will have the darts in the next set, the 8th, and again in the 10th. Although we've seen earlier on, Chris, that it hasn't really been paid that much. And that will pay. 180 from Askew.
His fifth. Yep, that's his 5th 180.
100.
It's good pressure. Good pressure. Now this has got to go.
121. Oh, it's a very good shot. Double 16 now. Came for treble 13 to leave double 16. Changing directions. All areas of the board now. Askew on 84. 14. He's got to go 14 bull.
59. Roland to require 32.
Missed it last time. Again, he's blocked the bed. Next door, double 8. Important throw.
What a great now start. Batter takes a deep breath.
Full flag is Dave to throw first. Game on.
That's double 8. That's the 5th one from Askew. His 3rd in this set, but that double 8 for Scholten must have reared up like an oasis in the desert.
Go on,
In
Dave,
Lawrence
let's see
of
another
Arabia.
one.
Now another 180 here.
I don't think Sid would ever forgive me if I was sat in here and someone hit a 9. And he wasn't.
Yes, it is his turn, and indeed John Gwynn.
Yeah.
They both deserve to call the 180. I was privileged to do the first.
60.
Yes, I remember it well.
Mrs. Askew looking pensive. Good dart player herself, Donna Askew, Chris.
Yep, I see her a lot on the circuit. She travels with Dave and the kids, and yeah, she's successful. There's another one in the family, young Jason. He's a very good little player.
Wonder what they talk about at breakfast time.
Yeah.
60.
Well, that's left him a shot, but Scholten has a chance to storm through here with a late burst.
A 140 would put him in a good position.
100. Dave, you require 136.
Right, you just try and round this up now. Just a ton.
100.
He'll be happy with that.
Roland, you require 141.
And Scholten really needs this for the set. $25 to leave double 18, and Askew on double 18.
36.
Well, it was going straight at the double, I think, and I think it just clipped off the float and shot straight in the one.
Roland, you require 36.
Oh no, Scholten.
Can't believe that. I know he's having a smile, but I'd hate to think what he's really thinking.
It's like two golfers who follow each other identically into the bunker.
Yeah.
No, 32, double 16.
Well, I can't believe what Dave did on that previous throw. He probably thought he was never going to get another go, but he somehow ended up leaving himself double 15. Well, 7.
No, double 4.
Super.
Wasn't thinking, and Donna knows it. Now, I can't imagine Scholten's going to miss this. Double 4. So, 3-4 in scores in sets, and still plenty of darts to come. Askew, Scholten, who will prevail? We will see in just a couple of minutes.
Sky Movies. 2002. Up to 30 films to choose from.
Let's go.
Every night. 1,000 different films a month. And over 360 premieres a year. Think about it. The new year on Sky Movies.
If you're looking for a great deal in a personal loan, whoa, why tie yourself down to a small choice of lenders? Just pick up the phone, phew, and feel the freedom of a low-cost loan from Freedom Finance. As the UK's leading finance broker, I'll shop around at the top banks and finance companies to get you a low-cost loan for any purpose. A new car maybe, or a new kitchen, a conservatory, or other home improvements. Perhaps a well-deserved holiday. But best of all, I could replace all your existing credit and store card commitments and any loans you may have with one affordable payment each month. And I may be able to help you even if you've had problems getting the right finance elsewhere. In fact, I could save you hundreds of pounds each and every month. So what are you going to lose? Make the time right now. Go on. Call Freedom Finance now on 0800 085 5626. You're under no obligation and even the call is free. Plus we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's 0800 085 5626.
Are there any treatments you can buy for hereditary hair loss?
Yes, lots.
But are any of them medically proven to work?
Just one. Regain.
I still need convincing.
Well, it's prescription strength, and although results may vary, Regain Extra Strength is proven to regrow hair in the majority of men. Regain revitalizes follicles so they can go on producing hair. And with Regain Extra Strength, you could see results in as little as 8 weeks.
How can I find out more?
Call 0845 700 4500 or visit our website.
The Army has over 1,400 career paths open to school, college and university leavers. Signals operator is just one of them. If you've got what it takes, take it further. The Army is recruiting now. Call 0845 606 1.
Welcome back live to the Circus Tavern for this second round match between Roland Scholten and Dave Askew. A match that Californians would say is pretty tricky. It's gone up and down. Askew in front, Scholten struggling. Scholten's bursting forth in bloom. And it's still anybody's match. It's 4-3 for Askew. But as they just measure themselves up at the start here of the 8th, Chris Mason, we'll just think back to that last set with Dave Askew on a shot at double 18, got the 1. Now, he was silly there because he just threw the dart anyway. It went in a 5, which left him double 15. And of course, then he went inside there. If he'd have concentrated, instead of throwing away that last dart and getting a 3 for double 16, he wouldn't have had to straighten up, and he'd have saved himself a dart and may well have won the leg and consequently the set. On such moments, our darts matches, as we were speculating, won and lost.
Well, that's absolutely true, but the problem is, I mean, you're playing at this level, you don't just expect your opponent then to go up behind you and do exactly the same thing. However, it is a bit naughty, and maybe when he actually looks at this match on video, which I'm sure he will do, he will... there he is. Bless him. Well, at least he didn't get done 6-0.
No, I have to say, I think Shane Burgess did his image and his reputation enormous credit with the way he took his defeat and kept going. A lesser man would have thrown in the towel and run for the hills, but Burgess kept going, and it's to his eternal credit. He really played out of his skin and gave the image of darts a great boost.
He has had a tough time, and there's a couple of us had a bit of a tough time, and he has he's rallied well, and he's getting his form back, and you know, after that performance, although he actually did get beat 6-1, he performed very well, and all to his credit, as you said, and may continue to get back to the very top where he was before, because he is great for the game, and got a massive fan base.
Yeah, he's character, isn't he?
Yes. And we need them.
Yeah. Including a certain Bristolian, not a million miles from my left hand.
It's getting there. It's getting there. I've had a great year. And, it was a good year for me last year. I know I won the England Open, and I had a few fair results, and managed to beat the great man himself, Phil Taylor, on one occasion, and you know, that gave me a great boost.
And now 72 for Askew with the throw. He wants 17 now, 57 left. Double top would follow 17.
He's just checking with Russ.
$52.
Well, he could be back. We've seen Phil Taylor do it today, so...
Yeah, could be a possibility here. Treble 19.
99. Dave will require 20.
Double 10. With the throw. Here's how it went home.
Second leg is Roland to throw first. Game on.
Here's Askew, despite that glitch in the last set. He has the darts here. He's just got to hold his throw here.
100.
And then in the 10th, Chris, and he's home and host.
Yep. He'll be having a spot of tea and reflecting on a good day's work.
59.
And looking down the two who we would meet, the winner of Harrington and Priestley, both of whom would agree they're not exactly in the full flush of form at the moment.
Well, I've seen Dennis late last night, and he was still practicing at the midnight hour, and he was having a couple of pints of water, iced water, and he looked very focused last night, and I think that's going to be a bit of a thriller tonight. We've got a game on, as Russ would say.
Askew again hitting the treble. 6 180.
It's these bursts we were speaking about earlier. I think what he said, Roland's got the it's probably slightly more consistent, and his average does reflect that. I mean, he stayed pretty much around 88, 89.
Now 101 17s.
Yeah, you go back up. 97 will tidy it up. 64, it's not too bad. All in the same area.
Well, it should come down, yes, 57 now.
139.
Well, treble 16 for double 8.
64.
No, 16, double 8.
A
clinical finish from Askew. Takes that one against the throw. That's an important leg. And an accomplished one.
Game on.
Yes, it's Askew with the throw here to put him just one set away from a place in the quarterfinals. Ooh, he's got to come out. Bigger target.
44.
Scholten's got to jump on his back like a cat here.
Well, he didn't capitalise as much as he should have there. Great first start. Sat up lovely in the treble 20. Dave's thinking about this now. He knows he wants this set. Knows he wants this leg.
Recovered well there. The first start was careless, but retrieved the situation.
Cover shot. Into 140. Well, it's not a 140, but
still in front. Not now, though.
bags of room in there for that third one. Just pulled it slightly. He'll be looking for the same. Just try Well, 6 starts now for Scholten at 143, Dave.
He needs this leg desperately too.
Needs a treble. Well, he's got 86, but the 140 here will put all the pressure on in the world. 2 legs down in the set. A turn.
41.
Well, if he doesn't hit the treble, he's going to be forced to go in at the ball.
Wants the ball.
That's a great finish, Dave. Been using that ball well tonight. Well, this afternoon, should I say.
Full flag is Roland to throw first. Game on.
Then he took that leg against the throw, finishing on the ball on 86 with the darts here to square it. We still have all kinds of possibilities in this match. And Askew has got to get the whip out now.
Needs to respond. Although, as we've already said, Dave, he's got to throw in the last leg of this set. And
yes, but he had it in the last leg, and Scholten eclipsed him there.
Just loading in.
Yes, and
It's a
just
credit to the board, that one.
60.
Scholten, gladiatorial here, fighting for his life.
Well, he did go 2 sets down, Dave, and he's rallying well.
60.
Pivotal moment of this match here.
Well, it can turn on a sixpence, this one now, Dave, can it? Depending what happens here. I just can't find that treble now.
Roland to require 161.
Yes, you just get the feeling if Scholten can steal this set with the darts in the next set, it might just turn the match completely on its head.
Dave's beginning to look flushed.
60.
Beginning to feel the
Roland
pressure.
to require 75.
24 now, double 12.
Clinical. Oh, this is the one for Dave. I think this is where the game could be won or lost, just on this leg.
Game on.
It's a massive leg for Dave. It needs to come out of there.
60.
Seemed to be just a little overbalanced with this release there. And Scholten now will be looking for a jugular to attack.
Great cover shot. He needs to get back into that red bit. And that's because he was under it on the last throw. He's gone over it.
60.
This is absolutely nail-biting stuff.
Great adjustment. Dave needs a 180.
Askew's got to start finding the treble.
That was a bus road one there, Dave. Didn't get one for 3 throws and then 2 at once.
Yes, like buses, they tend to come along in pairs and threes.
Oh dear, he needs to go down. Go down for a 19, 264. That's a great shot. 226 now. Gonna risk it. Yeah, he's risking it. Well, just one throw now.
Yes, Scholten can now tidy this set up and this leg up.
Oh, 140 now. I'll put the pressure on.
Should come out.
62 left. Treble 10.
Got to go for 19s now, Scholten, 126. Now the single will leave the ball, or the treble will leave double six. Double six for 126. Whoa, that was a whisker away.
Gold you require 52.
Now double 16. Such important errors.
Absolutely superb last dart. Literally threw it more or less identical to his second dart, and it just nipped over the top. I think we're going to see it again. Oh, look at that.
First leg.
Exactly where he aimed it.
First. Game on.
Scholten mounted a gallop. He has the darts here, but he's got to win this set. Otherwise,
123.
as the sign said earlier, taxi for Scholten. Askew. Got to break one of these legs where the Dutchman has the dart. That's all. Holy throw. That's all. That's some task.
He doesn't look at all phased. You wouldn't believe he was 5-3 down, would you?
No, you you wouldn't want to play poker against him either, would you?
About poker, I'm sure Phil Taylor's off to a charity poker match shortly, isn't he? With a certain Mr. Robbie Williams, so I've been informed.
That sounds like a win double to me.
Yeah. Barry wouldn't give me an invite. He said I'm a bit too crafty.
I've got to admire Scholten. He's had a few body blows here, but he's still on his feet and he's still fighting. 77 now remaining. It was a 16.
76.
Well, he must have miscounted. He certainly didn't aim to leave himself 17, but Askew now, who might just have stepped in there, unable to hit the treble with the first dart.
Well, I can't think what he could think it was in. If it was a 7, it still actually left him 86. So.
Knows what he wants now. Got to get it with this dart.
One score.
Now that piece of miscalculation might just cost him the game. Now 12 to leave double 16 for Askew. Now double 8.
Well, that one hurt because there was an error up there somewhere, and as it worked out, he still actually had to go at 7 to 17, which he left himself. But that will bother him mentally. If that doesn't bother him mentally, nothing will. Against the darts. And just another small error. It's cost him, well, possibly the match.
Well, we did say this, Chris, this match was so beautifully balanced that it might hinge on that kind of error or that kind of misfortune.
Absolutely. It's a bit like having two great golfers. They've only got to slip up on a couple of shots over 4 rounds of golf, and that's your difference at the end of the day. And we're seeing that here.
45.
Very little in any aspect of the game. In fact, Roland's got a better average than Dave.
Needs a treble.
60.
A great 60 though. Oh, just a pull there.
60.
Yes, he didn't look at all comfortable with his release or his balance in that last throw. Still in front. Scholten can start hitting the red bit as he is.
100.
Well, Dave will be just thinking now, just a ton. 1 fault is a bonus. That's a lovely first start. Pushed that.
85.
It's so unlike him because Dave usually, if he gets the first one in there, he throws so quick that the other 3 usually follow. 180 here would be a dream.
Really needed the 180, as you say, Chris. It's a dream, but it still might be a nightmare if Askew.
There we go. What I just said. He usually hits 1. But hit errors again.
120 to follow the 180. That's the number he's got to hit now. Needs the treble to leave the double. 120 the shot.
85.
Again, Askew has the door open. Double 16. Yes, he's only 1 leg away from victory now. Oh, it's been such a close encounter.
Well, the scoreline doesn't actually reflect the game. And it ain't over yet. I mean, he's still got a... Well, he's in the driving seat for sure, but this man doesn't look like he's going to give up easy. And if he hits a few doubles, he could still go on a bit yet.
There isn't the early fluid flow of his throwing from Askew. He does seem to be snatching just a slight bit, but well, he should complain. He's only 1 leg away. He's got the darts in the next, and the darts in the next set.
Well, as you probably heard and said 1,000 times before, Dave, the last one's the hardest one to win.
100.
Especially in a tight match like this one. You know you don't want to, get involved in any more of a battle. Scholten's answering our questions again.
I think it's when the winning post comes into vision, Chris. Well, when you score like that, it looms very large. A marvellous time to hit 180.
28.
Wow, what a way to go. Out with a bang.
Could he finish on 161? It would surely bring the circus into eruption. Got to come out. 45's a good dart.
Not bad either.
That's a splendid dart. It's double 12, and Scholten has got to hit this 85 one fancies.
Oh, he keeps pulling them down.
David Askew looking at double 12 for the match and a famous victory. Oh, could just use that to kiss it in. He's done just that. A lovely throw, impressive performance from Askew. Well, Chris, he beat you in the first round, but that somehow vindicated that.
Yeah, he's still going. He's carrying a little bit of me in there with him somewhere, I hope, and all the power to him. Great match, 6-3. It's a little bit not like how the game went, but fair play. He's in the next round.
Scholten just didn't do himself justice, made a few elementary errors. Such was the tension here. Askew the winner, but we've had another super match.
Those are the scenes then after our second match of the afternoon.